Gamers, I'm not much of a PvPer. You do not come to me for PvP content. I understand this. But Bungie is doing something that will actually get me interested in playing PvP. And that is making an actual, real competitive playlist. Let's discuss. The footage is just muted Iron Banner footage, so you can just listen. All of this information is coming from the TWAB, if you want to just read it yourself. There are some other things mentioned in the TWAB, like the Scallywag Seal getting dramatically reduced requirements, and some information on an upcoming in-game community event to fix up the Elixir Quarter. But those are going to be topics that I discuss in my closing thoughts video on the season, which should be coming relatively soon, and a separate video, if needed, on the community event. I want to start with the thing that actually interested me the most from this massive Crucible update: competitive PvP. I think most people would point and laugh at you if you said that Destiny's PvP resembled anything close to the word competitive. Destiny PvP lately, and really for the past few years, has been finding whatever the biggest BS is in the game and abusing it to the point of bullying Bungie into nerfing it. What I'm discussing today is the system implementation, a system that is somewhat along the lines of other shooters out there instead of the, quite frankly, absolute crap glory system that we have now. Bungie acknowledges that the glory system had flaws because loot was attached to it, and we're going to address the loot situation later in the video. Essentially, things were skewed to let more people get to the higher ranks because of loot rewards, and when you have something like that in what is supposed to be a competitive landscape, the integrity of the system falls apart. Not that glory ranking had that much integrity to begin with. In Season 19, glory is being removed, and 3v3 is getting a new playlist, Competitive Division, which is an actual ladder-based system. 7 divisions with 3 subdivisions each: Copper, Bronze, Silver, Gold, Platinum, Adept, and Ascendant. This is similar to games that have been out for half a decade now, or at least this is how I am interpreting it to be. You will do 7 placement matches at the start of the season, and on the 7th game is when you'll get your rank. For this first season, as MMR is determined, the highest you'll be able to rank is Gold 3, but this will increase as future seasons go on and as people get ladder ranking histories built up. Your division rating is based on, whether you win or lose, how far above or below your division is compared to your skill, how well you performed on a match-to-match basis, and how your skill compared to everyone else in the match. Pretty standard stuff. If my internal skill rating says that I'm a Platinum 1 level player, then eventually I should make my way to Platinum 1, and my skill and rating will equalize. Hypothetically, people in the same rank as me will have around the same hidden Bungie whatever skill rating as me because we're in the same rank. Like, if I'm 1200 skill and I go to Platinum 1 and I'm playing other people in Platinum 1, they should also be 1200 skill. So whether you're playing against the same skill rating or the same rank rating, they should both eventually become the same. I'm not crazy, right? If you gain enough ranking to promote, you'll play in a promotion series where you need to win the next 2 out of the 3 matches that you play in order to move up. Same for losing rank. You'll play a relegation series where you need to win 2 out of 3 to not get relegated down a rank. When you hit gold, you'll be subject to rank decay, which means if you don't play enough matches, your rank will start to drop. Again, this is pretty standard stuff as far as I'm concerned, but now let's move to rewards, where there has been the most amount of backlash. First, the obvious thing: there are not going to be any loot rewards in this mode in the way that there used to be. There will be no Recluse, Not Forgotten, Mountaintop, none of that. This is to prevent another situation where top players can get the top loot just to crap on everybody else. This is to prevent another situation that was likely the catalyst that led to the weapon sunsetting debacle. But at the moment, Bungie's only reward for playing in the competitive playlist is efficiency with regards to leveling your Crucible rep rank with Lord Shaxx. The higher the rank you are, the higher the multiplier towards getting more reputation ranks. Shaxx is getting a rework, which we'll talk about after this section. Now, Me personally, do I care about rewards from basically anything in the game at this point? Not really. I am drowning in loot. I am drowning in currencies. I do not need more weapons. The fact that Bungie is not going to be supplying people with the best equipment in the game for reaching the highest ranks should not come as any sort of a surprise. They will never do that again. Ever. If you thought it might have happened, get that idea out of your brain. It's never going to happen again. Bungie is promoting participation-based rewards at the moment, with one of those being the return of Rose, the hand cannon, getting random rolls and an updated perk pool, although no origin trait, if I read that correctly. You can get Rose by playing competitive division. You get 1 per week per character. Seems like it'll work like a standard, powerful, or pinnacle reward. But Datto, what about cosmetics? Where are the cosmetic rewards? At launch, it does not appear that there will be any cosmetic rewards for playing in the competitive division playlist. Bungie has mentioned that post-Lightfall, quote, "We are expecting to get further cosmetic rewards for competitive division," end quote, and they are still working out the details of what, when, and how you can earn things. More discussion to come after Lightfall. Does your boy enjoy a good cosmetic reward for doing a thing in a game? Yes, I do. Emblems, armor ornaments, weapon skins. I love them. I'll take a ship. Why not? Is your boy going to immediately take a huge all over this because it's not coming with any cosmetics? No, I am not. Would I like those things? Of course I would. I would love to show the world that I am hard stuck in Platinum 3. But does most of me just want to experience an actual competitive PvP system in this game to see where I rank and have something to do? Yes! I am so tired of the completely defeatist attitude that the community can generate on a moment's notice. I get it's taken a long time to get here. I get that PvPers have been starved. I know, and I am not trying to be toxic positivity guy where everything's great and nothing's bad and I'm having a great time. Nothing's wrong. But man, some people really know how to kill the fun of something before it's even out. It's like they don't want it to be good. It's like you want it to fail before it's even out. Tough life. Tough life. I'm excited for this, and I'm sorry if you're not. I know the sandbox ain't great right now, but there's actually going to be a real competitive thing in the game. Not everyone's going to be in Ascendant rank. Not everyone's going to be in Adept rank. I'm probably not going to be. I just want to compete. This is a big shot in the arm that a core playlist needs. All we ever talk about is, oh, the core playlist needs so much life and work, and they're so boring and dull. I'm hoping that this is a nice little adrenaline boost. I still have hope, unlike some people. I got hope. God. Let's talk about some other stuff. How about maps? 2 more Destiny maps coming back, along with the new map for Lightfall. All right, next. Playlist updates. Got a lot here. I'm just going to go over what's happening specifically versus trying to talk about why, just to kind of speed things up. If you want to know why things are happening, you can read the TWAB yourself, but I'm going to try to include some notes here and there. Quick Play 6v6 is now Clash and Control, using loose SBMM, skill-based matchmaking, that's been tuned since the start of Season 18. Weekly Rotator 6v6 and FFA rotates weekly between Momentum Control, Mayhem, Scorched, Rift, and Rumble, connection-based matchmaking. Competitive Division and Freelance 3v3 randomly picking Survival, Rift, and Showdown. Uses new SBMM setting that is tightened versus what Quick Play is, since it's a competitive playlist. Your competitive division rank and your actual skill rank that Bungie keeps track of should eventually meet an equilibrium. Might be tough at the start when everything's new, but it should get there. Crucible Labs in Season 19 is 3v3 Rift with asymmetric maps, connection-based matchmaking. Private matches are unchanged. When Trials is active, it will replace Crucible Labs. When Iron Banner is active, it replaces the Quick Play node and is also moving to Quick Play style matchmaking in Season 19. Not too sure how I feel about this one because I actually enjoy Quick Play when Iron Banner is around, since Iron Banner brings out the absolute worst in people and their loadouts. Bungie rationalizes a lot of these changes by showing broad population charts across every single mode. Iron Banner, Control, and Trials are all easily at the top, while Mayhem and Momentum do get played a lot when they're actually around. Rumble and Showdown are the least played. Rewards update. Crucible is getting a new title called Glorious. Unbroken Gilding has gotten a pass, and win streaks and reaching specific glory thresholds over multiple seasons are no longer required. Gilding the Glorious title will require reaching the Adept rank in a season, so it'll be tough. Lord Shaxx Engram focusing. In Season 19, you'll be able to start focusing Crucible weapons and armor. Weapons include Stars and Shadow Pulse, the Keening Sidearm, Frozen Orbit Sniper, Survivor's Epitaph Hand Cannon, Sorrow's Verse, whatever this is, I think it's an arc auto, Crisis Inverted Hand Cannon, Riptide Fusion, and Out of Bounds Submachine Gun. New Crucible weapons will be drops first and then get integrated into Shaxx's inventory down the road. Also, Crucible engrams are going to live virtually on Shaxx as opposed to having to pull them into your inventory, which seems like it should reduce some of the hassle that people might be experiencing with Umbral engrams, if I'm understanding this correctly. In fact, if I am understanding this correctly, it should be a pretty nice quality of life change. While it doesn't seem like Umbral engrams will be getting virtually stored anywhere, all of the other vendors will get this virtualization system put in place for them starting in Season 20 with a new wallet item. Iron Banner is getting a new mode called Fortress. All Bungie has said is the following, quote, "In Iron Banner Fortress, the core gameplay is capturing and holding zones. If that sounds like zone control to you, you'd be right. The real fun begins when Keitel gets involved, but we'll leave some of this for you to experience firsthand on January 3rd, 2023. End quote. They've also included this picture, and to say I'm not interested would be a lie. Iron Banner will also have the Taken King era armor set returning along with older Iron Banner weapons that have not been seen for quite a while. I loved this armor set. A lot of people stoked that it's coming back. Next, we have a big section on all the different matchmaking techniques that Bungie is using in the game across all the different modes. Forgive me if I sound disinterested, because I am. This stuff makes me fall asleep like I'm back in chemistry class in high school. FBMM, or Fireteam Based Matchmaking, is making its debut in Season 19, where Bungie wants to match fire teams up against each other based on their makeup. If you're a 6-stack, Bungie wants you to play other 6-stacks, or like a 5-stack in a solo. If you're a small group, they want to put you against other small groups. This is the easiest way I can put it. Trials is also going to be getting this, hoping to eliminate the freelance mode. If you're a team of 3, Bungie wants to put you against a team of 3. If you're a 2 and a 1, you want to play a 2 and a 1. This is how they want it to work. Obviously, it's not going to be 100% all the time, but hopefully as close to that as possible. Dynamic Skill Ranges is a new matchmaking feature targeted at the higher end of the skill bracket. This will essentially increase the skill window for matchmaking if you're in a low population skill bracket or low population times in general, like the middle of the night. They want to give high skill players games with good connections while still trying to make the enemy team somewhat competitive during low population times. This will be rolling out sometime in January. I think that's pretty much everything from the TWAB. I am excited to experience an actual competitive ladder system in this game, and I almost feel like I need to apologize for that based on how the community, or at least some people from the community, are receiving this information. Is it a bummer that there are no cosmetics right now? Yeah, a bit. But that does not drastically change my excitement. If anything, it makes me more excited for cosmetics that might come in the future. Now, if we go a year with no cosmetics, then Bungie, I'm just letting y'all know right now that you are gonna have a lot of very upset people. If PvP is gonna be supported, this can't be a one and done. Do yourselves the favor. Start working on cosmetics if you have not already. Do not neglect it. Do not neglect it. You will be shooting yourselves in the foot if you neglect cosmetics in PvP. Guns, that's a lost cause. Guns are not coming. Everyone can accept that, or at least most people can. But I am begging you, for the sake of what I have been seeing feedback-wise, do not neglect cosmetic rewards in PvP. You will have riots. I am begging you. I'm begging you. Please start this process soon. Please. For everyone's sake. Everything else PvP-wise, I'm not going to pretend that I'm in tune enough with PvP to say a whole lot. Ultimately, the sandbox is what dictates the health of PvP just as much as the systems, if not more so. And we will be getting sandbox updates around Lightfall. I think they said post-Lightfall. So if the sandbox is bad, people are not going to want to play. But systems and sandbox are two different groups. I don't have enough experience on the loose SBMM in quick play situation to have much of an opinion. I understand SBMM's merits, but I am not an authority on this topic. I'm not going to pretend to know what I'm talking about here. Armor focusing for Shaxx, I think the main gripe is the cost being pretty high, but Bungie has said, quote, expect a larger focusing rebalance pass, read lower glimmer and shard costs with Lightfall, end quote. So hopefully that will alleviate some of the pain there. Otherwise, I'm interested and I hope it works out. I really do. For the sake of the PvPers, for the sake of the people who are interested in PvP but don't want to play, for the sake of Bungie, for everyone. I hope it works out. And I will not give in to these defeatist attitudes of everyone who just want everything to be bad. Because if I do, then I lose. And I don't want that. Thanks for listening. I'll see you next time. I don't know. Too dramatic? Too dramatic. Might have been a bit much. Might have been a bit much. I don't think so. I don't think so. And then that's fine. Yeah, it's fine.